most men don't struggle with the act of celibacy. Let's put it this way, like, a lot of men are incels. So let's talk about this. Incel, what is an incel? An incel is somebody who isn't, the simple term is somebody who isn't getting laid, but it's a lot deeper than that, in my opinion. The whole thing about incels and the whole thing about, this is the difference between boys and men. This is the difference between the winners and the losers. The mentality is, it's like, oh, I'm not getting laid, therefore my genetics are down, so I should just continue my bad habits, continue not working on myself, and then kind of bitch at the world because I'm angry at the world for the fact that, and I've been there. I'm going to tell you, this is my mentality. I know the mentality, and it's wrong. It's completely false. It's an illusion. I'm going to tell you that straight up, but there's nothing wrong with being self. I don't understand our conditioning. Society has been continually conditioning men to continuously need female validation, which we don't. You realize how much the Matrix has an effect on people when you see channels like First Men promoting this type of thing, where they're promoting the hookup culture. They might not be promoting the PMO industry, and they might be like, that's bad, we know that's bad, and I think more and more men are starting to realize how bad it actually is when you feel an awakening, because like I said, being on 7 months semen retention, 215 days so far, I've had my relapses, and I've had like times where I was on it and I felt the benefits before, but when I actually have been, now that I've actually been on it for a longer period of time, where my energy has built up to this point where I just have so much excess energy, and it's just a great feeling. I can't explain it, but it's just an amazing feeling. I just feel much more in tune with my feelings, more in tune, and I feel better on the inside, and it's helping me when I'm around people, because I don't have my insecurities anymore. I don't have this anxiety that was hitting me as much. It happens a little bit. It's not like it's perfect, but I felt this kind of awakening yesterday where I was interacting and talking to more people than I've spoken to. I think I interacted with people more one day than I do in a whole year. I was talking to a lot of people. I went to a bar and I spoke to a random person. I went on a hike and I was able to talk to people and get into deep conversations and feel in tune, because I felt very good, and I was also with my dog, so that also helps in the whole thing. That's the amazing thing about semen retention, and why I think celibacy is this. We live in a very backward society, if you ask me, where if celibacy is a powerful tool. Abstinence is a very powerful tool. There's a reason why it's preached in religion. There's a reason why it's been, encouraged by people to abstain from sexual pleasure. And the more you abstain from it, the more you don't interact with it as much. You realize how stupid our culture is, and how what Elon Musk says, because Elon Musk really talks about how the fact that we obsess about sex so much, that we are so obsessed with hooking up with each other, with engaging in promiscuity, and promiscuity is promoted in this generation. It's been promoted for a long time. I would say since the 60s, 80s, promiscuity. This is nothing new. But you realize how damaging it actually is when you actually leave this bubble, and you realize that you must, that celibacy is an actual superpower in itself, and you feel better about yourself because you are not engaging in putting your energy into useless things that are not productive. You're more focused on your life, and you want to, build up yourself and build up your social skills. And I just felt, I even was like saying, I was brought up, I was like, I've always had such anxiety. This person was like, this lady, even, I don't care who you're talking to. Here's the thing. In the dating game, men are so focused on trying to talk to women. We're so focused. Half the time we're not even going to approach them. We're going to psych ourselves out. Not everyone, but a lot of these people who promote it aren't really understanding this approaching people and introducing yourself. I mean, yesterday I introduced myself to 2 people I never met, and it was awesome. And I had a great conversation with them. And all I did was say hello, and it changed everything. It made it where I was going to a restaurant. It made it so much more fun. Because not only was I eating, but I was getting to know another person that I didn't know, and we were on the same wavelength. I realized just because I said hello to someone, I really changed the dynamic of the room because I took the first step. I was like, hey, I introduced myself. Hey, my name's Joel, And I don't usually go to bars. Usually I would never do that, guys. I never did that when I was not retaining. I could not do that. I never could work up the courage. I was so afraid. I wanted to, believe me, I wanted to introduce myself, but I was always very awkward, and people would just not want to talk to me because of that. And you have to really think about practicing social skills. It's like going to the gym. It's important in life in general, not just for getting girls. The whole thing about getting girls is so stupid, man. Oh, I need to hook up with you. Who cares about your body count? I mean, it's good to do that, but honestly, my goal is to have good social skills because it's just important in life in general. Not just, if I can pick up some girls, cool. I'm not going to overvalue that because already our society, we have so many men that overvalue that. Are so obsessed with just getting in between girls' legs. It's not really a good, productive thing for men to be so obsessive over. We're so obsessed with that. We don't understand, though, that, yeah, of course we have that drive, and it's going to be with us no matter what. But when you actually become a man, you're going to realize being a man, I feel like I was born yesterday. It's weird. I feel like reborn. It's kind of weird, man. I feel like I was literally I'm almost like somebody baptized when they've been reborn, or what is it, born again, whatever they call them, born again Christians, whatever. I just felt like a different person yesterday. And I still feel this energy inside me, and I feel way more confident than I felt in my life. I feel way more, I'm in shape, I'm in the best shape of my life. And I'm almost 30 years old, and it just shows you can come back from a horrible thing. It may take time, it may take and dedication, and it's not easy, it's not but it is worth it. It is worth it, and I think that the first man in this video was just so, the reason I bring this video up is it makes me just so angry that people who have this much influence continuously bring up the fact that they don't feel normal if they're not sleeping around with women. That is not, you feel weird for not chasing Tang, I guess, and honestly, if you're getting a woman, that's great. And if that feels normal to you, fine. But don't be telling a bunch of other men that you influence, that your way of thinking, that your way of life, that's going to work. You think that's going to work for most men? Men must abstain. More men need to abstain. More men need to stop fantasizing. They need to get out of their house, and they need to go outside and work out. They need to exercise, and they need to socialize, and they need to build up social skills. They need to build up themselves up. And it's okay to focus on yourself and not the MGTOW mentality, red pill, has this part of MGTOW has kind of gotten lost. The red pill originally was about MGTOW. It was originally about going your way and abstaining from relationships. Some of it was a little toxic, where it was just hating on women, and a lot of it was don't interact with them, don't even. No, that's the thing. I think that's stupid, and that's the part of MGTOW that I don't agree with. But there was a good part about going your own way that I've been doing. I realize I've been going my own way. When you actually do seek more attention, you actually go your own way. When you go and hit the gym, you actually go your own way. When you build your income and you focus on yourself, you go your own way, and you go in the dark, and you take a little bit of time, and you don't think about women in that way, but you should still, in my opinion, try to develop relationships with people, not just women, people, and then women will come. In my opinion, women will come with that. People, the more people you can know, the more people you talk to, the more you socialize, the more you interact with other humans, not on a virtual screen, not in VR, not in this stupid space, not on an online Zoom event, in person, face to face, that is where the real connection happens. That is where you will grow, and that's where you will meet a woman that you want to talk to. And that's how I met my first girlfriend, honestly. When I think about it, is because of a lot of things going on. I went to a group of people, and I met a girl, and next week, she was my girlfriend. I mean, that's sometimes how it goes. It's not always going to work that way. It was kind of a fluke that time. That was literally a fluke. But, you know, if you're in the right place at the right time, you're more likely to meet the woman that you want, or to meet the right woman. I don't think men really want to hook up. You need to understand that if most high value men, they don't really want to hook up with women. They want a high value woman too. I'm a high value man. I have my wealth together. I have my life together. I have no interest in low value hookups. Really, it's a waste of time for me. It's just, you know, it doesn't really appeal to me. I'd rather just stay celibate and continue working on myself and develop social skills, develop social status, continue working on what I can do, than waste my time with some girls and have some meaningless, you know. It's better to, you know, I'd rather even, my goal is to almost just have good conversations with people. Good, deep conversations with people, connect with other humans. As many humans as I can, because that is what this drive is making me do. That is what I'm being told to do. That is what I feel like it's like God almost like telling me. I need to speak to people. I need to tell them my truth. I need to explain to them why I think the way I think. I need to talk to people. Interact with humans in person, not on a stupid screen. You understand? Like this is what's going to change what is happening with society. We are not interacting with each other enough. We're sitting in our little echo chambers. We're sitting on the internet. We're in this little bubble where we are not in reality. So, food for thought, guys. Like, how much are you interacting with other human beings versus blaming the world, complaining? Are you know what I mean? Like, this can also be attributed to the thing with feminism too, because a lot of it is people are just stuck in these echo chambers where they don't see reality. They do not see women have this blind, horrible reality of men, and vice versa. We have this bad, totally view of women. We have a bunch of men telling us about what women really are, and then women have all these other women telling them, oh, well, I had one bad experience with a man, therefore men are trash, vice versa. Oh, my woman cheated on me, I had a wife that, men aren't, no one is picking this whole idea that opposites attract is bullshit. Also, a lot of people say this is something that a lot of people say in relationships. Opposites do not attract. That's absolute bullshit, honestly. The more you have in common with a person, I feel like it's easier to connect. Just an opinion. Every girl I've connected with, when I've had an interaction where it went further than it's just the surface level shit, was because of things we knew we had in common, like things we did that we were in common. So commonality, I think, is a lot more important than people think. I think all this opposites attract, all this bullshit, all this, this is how toxic relationships form. All these toxic relationships, because people think that opposites attract. They fucking know. It's the stupidest shit fucking people say. Opposites attract. 5 months later, they're getting cheated, they're divorced, they're fighting, they're fucking, whatever. Their relationship is collapsing. No one knows their roles. Women don't want to be women, men want to be these fucking pussies, these fucking feminine little bitches, while women want to be the man for some reason. And in a way, it's men's fault, but it's also just in general, we've been conditioned this way. Something has conditioned us to be like this, and it's the opposite of what we are, and that's the problem. That's why a lot of men are unhappy. It's why you're unhappy. You're not what you're meant to be. You're being directed towards being something that you're not. And it's being forced on you, and it's not your fault, Anyway, guys, peace.